You so want the pain to end, to move past it. And then one day, you need to cut something.
It's always there. You can never escape the feeling, the hurt, the smudged page.
Well, I can't open my lunch and thermos like they can, and my homework is always smudged.
Hard-hitting words from the forgotten people, people who struggle daily with the things we take for granted. I'm Ralph Farquharson, and today we will follow 4 families who deal with the day-to-day life of living with leftitis. How often do you open a refrigerator or a can, or write in a book, use a mouse, sit in a desk, or use scissors? Well, these simple actions stand in the way of these individuals living a normal, fulfilling life. But before you scoff at this, remember, these are real people with a real problem. Normal people, those with the predominant right-hand use, don't suffer the social stigma of not being able to write in a book or not being able to feed themselves because the use of a normal can opener is beyond them. These stricken people suffer from left-handedness or leftitis. It's surprising to find that 15% of the North American population is afflicted with leftitis. Tonight, we will follow these families, these survivors, these leftovers.
I learned a long time ago to hide that I'm a lefty, but it's been so hard here in high school. My grades suffer a lot because I smudge the paper so much. It's like so hard, you know. I can't even use a binder. The rings get in the way. The other kids tease me and call me a hooker. But that's not the worst. There was an accident during cheerleading practice. All the girls can swing to the right with their right hands. I swung left. The pyramid collapsed. Some girls got hurt, all because of my leftism. The school found out about me being a lefty. They had to designate special seating for me in the lecture hall and cafeteria. I can only sit at the end of the row, so if I get a book or have to write, I don't swing the wrong way and hurt someone. It's embarrassing. I'll never go to college. My parents just hope I'll marry a guy who will take care of me. Someone who will overlook the problems and accept that his wife is disabled.
I gave up on the hand a long time ago. Up, left, or otherwise. I used to be an elevator operator. And I was good at my job. Damn good. But then they upgraded from the switches to the button panel. And I couldn't cut it. I couldn't cross across my body to hit the buttons with my right hand. The boss says I look awkward with my left, so he lets me go. I've been here ever since. All I wanted was a chance. I could have been a somebody.
We'll be right back.
Can you tell her you won't help? Can you tell him it's too much to ask? Can you look them in the eyes and turn away without helping? This is little Alana. Alana suffers daily from the things that you and I take for granted. Alana suffers from leftism. Leftism afflicts many people, people who just want to get by. For less than $1 a day, you can provide Alana and her family with special scissors, custom-designed can openers, and left-handed mice. And for her village, a well. Won't you call now? Operators are standing by.
We are a family on the edge. All of us. Lefties.
We haven't eaten for days.
Sometimes a neighbor will come over and open a can for us.
It's the damn can openers. They just don't work right. We can't get our hands twisted into the right position. Mm-hmm. So we're just stuck waiting for handouts.
That's right.
Just to eat. Yeah. It's not right.
Why can't the reporter open the can?
We've tried other things. rocks, an axe, but they don't always work.
We need the government to step in and recognize the problem. We need your help here.
Yes.
Not more that bureaucratic mumbling from those jerks in Washington.
I like the soups.
Oh, I can't even open the fridge. I'm forced to reaching with my right hand and it just feels so wrong.
And it doesn't stop there. I'm on sick leave from work. I can't use the mouse. The damn thing is one of those ergonomic deals. Can only use right-handed. And the arrow points the wrong way. It's damn wrong. The IT guys, they just laugh at me. So I filed for sick leave. Been off for what 6 months?
Yeah, 6.
And the keyboard, the numbers, the arrow keys, the backspace key and enter, they're all on the right-hand side of the keyboard, just where I can't use it.
That's
You know, we didn't ask to be this way.
no.
Why has this happened? What are the children going to do when we're gone? How are they going to cope? Just stop.
Billy was born a left-hander, though it took a while for the doctors to diagnose it. It's difficult, you know. He tries so hard to fit in, but he just, the joys of life just escape him. The kids at school know he's different, so he's separated from them. He misses out on so much. Video games, computer time at school, they're just not set up to meet his special needs. And so he goes through life not making those moments, those special childhood moments that make life as an adult worth living. Moments that you look back on dreamily when you're 38 years old and you realize that you're stuck in a loveless relationship with a man who's boinking the secretary, and you just go.
The video game controller. It doesn't work right. Well, work left, that is. The buttons, they're in the wrong spots, so I can't play as good as all my friends. They beat me a lot when we play. Kinda sucks. Failed art this term. We had to do a project where you had to cut up all these pieces of paper into shapes. I couldn't do it. It was too hard.
Anyway, it's not his fault that he's a southpaw. The doctor said it's genetic, and there's nothing we can do. He's gonna have to live with the stigma all his life. Baseball's another thing he can't play. We can't afford the special left-handed glove. He just sits on the sidelines during gym. It's the same with pool, with hockey, with golf. We can't afford the expensive equipment. And the insurance companies won't pay for it. It's not fair that Billy has to go through life like this. Somebody has to find a cure.
Deep stories, real stories, stories from the heart that reach out to all of us. We hope that by showing you these people just like you and me, that we can bring tolerance to the world and perhaps even acceptance. We tried to gain interviews with government officials to see what they had planned to deal with this rampant and spreading epidemic, but none would speak to us. It's obvious to this journalist that this problem is real and pressing and needs to be front of mind in the general public. So I would ask, the next time you see a person afflicted with leftitis, instead of turning away disgusted, reach out, cut the paper for them, open the can of soup, learn to play the violin for them. Because if we won't help, who will? I'm Ralph Farquharson reporting. Good night.